You can dream big. A lot of people dream big, but if there's no action behind that, you can make a vision board and stare at it all day, right? Where are the action steps that lead to your dream? Nobody's just going to hand it to you.
Hey, I'm Daniel Lear.
And I'm Bayou Bennett, and welcome to the Dream State, a place where we empower you to make your dreams come true.
We have Kerri Kasem here today. She's an amazing human being. She's a dear friend of ours. She's a radio and TV personality and host, and she also founded Kasem Cares. She's going to be telling us how to handle negative people that are trying to prevent us from reaching our goals and how to bust through any obstacle in your way to reaching your goal.
Like Wonder Woman.
Kerri, you're inspiring. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
I love what you've done here. Fuzzy and Easter-like. I love it.
That's right. Yeah, totally. So, Kerri, I'm so glad you're here with us. This is an honor for me. I have to tell you a story about being a little girl. Every morning I would get up and listen to your dad on America's Top 40. And I just, to me, it was a joy.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I love when people tell me stories about my dad. I mean, he was everywhere. And for people that don't know, maybe they're younger and they don't know my dad, Ryan Seacrest took over for American Top 40, so you know that. But he did 350 cartoons, over 350 cartoons, and his biggest...
Shaggy was his...
Yeah, biggest claim to fame, Shaggy.
He did Shaggy on Scooby-Doo.
From Scooby-Doo, so people freak out.
Scooby-Doo fan.
Yeah, freak out about that. Yeah.
So your dad was, we talked before about this, that your dad was a big influence, and he said, Kerri, your voice is great. You should be a radio star, right?
Yeah, and I said, Dad, what are you talking about, radio? I want to be on stage, or I want to be in front of the camera. I want to sing and act and dance, and he was right. Radio has, been my thing, my passion, and what I do for a living, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I never wanted to play music like my dad. I never wanted to be a DJ. That wasn't my thing. Even though I love music, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to express my opinion. I wanted to argue with people. I wanted to come up, so I worked hard enough at it that I became very good at it, but it wasn't just instant.
So what's the biggest obstacle you've had in your career in anything? It could have been the speaking or the radio host or the Kasem Cares.
Changing the law so I could see my dad and not knowing the first step and how to do it, and just saying I'm going to, because that was the most important thing. You'll get over any obstacle if there's something behind it that's more important to you. So, when people say, oh, I can't quit smoking, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm addicted to this or I'm addicted to that. If there's something that is more important to you than this addiction or this obstacle or this stop here, that doesn't become an obstacle anymore.
Beautiful. Yeah.
If I didn't have the I know I could, I would have never been able to do any of that.
So belief is critical.
It starts with belief and then you put action towards it.
Do you feel like, are there any misconceptions about being in Hollywood or anything people should watch out for?
There are people who have bad intentions. And I always thought, oh, there's got to be good in everybody. There's got to be. No, there's not. And there are people who will smile in your face, tell you they're going to help you, and they're trying to destroy you. And that is very important to watch for people like that. And it's very hard to detect sometimes. So you have to find that there are people, you have to see that are out to destroy you. And you stay away from them. If you find them to be negative, if they're gossiping about people, if there are people who are always putting down other people to you, they're putting you down too.
That's right.
So stay away from those people.
Oh my God.
Stay away.
That's right.
And watch for the red flags.
That's right.
Now, Kerri, I have just a quick personal thing. Bayou and I are directors, and we've worked with some very prestigious brands, and sometimes you find these personalities in these very prestigious, big-time companies. What do you do then? Do you have to weigh if it's really worth it?
I steer clear of that. I just don't take the jobs. But I'm also in a position now that I don't have to.
Yeah.
And there were times that I did work for people like that, and I quit. So, there was a radio show, big one, that I actually did for a while, and I said, see ya.
Good.
And I lost a lot of money, and I'm like, what am I going to do? But I hustled, and I kept it together until I got a bigger job than the one I left. Yeah, so and people are always afraid, don't leave, don't do this, don't leave the relationship. There's some good in this person. Don't leave the career. What are you going to do for money? If you're not willing to risk it, your life's not going to get happier. It's not going to get better. It's not going to be, more successful.
Yeah.
So you have to take a risk. And I did it. And I will not work around people like that. I don't care how big the job is. It doesn't matter. Yeah. My happiness, my health, my life is more important than, you know, taking a job with somebody who is going to and try to destroy you.
That's right.
Before we get into our what does success mean to you question that Bayou's going to ask, I wanted to just ask from like Slash or Nikki Sixx, have you learned anything from these people that you think makes them successful? I've actually shot Slash and he's just like...
He's awesome.
Yeah.
You have to work at it. It's not going to come to you. You know, they played and played and played and played their guitars, their instruments. They, you know, took horrible jobs. They played and, you know, so there's a book by, I think it's Malcolm Gladwell. It's Outliers, and I hope I'm saying his name right. It's 10,000 hours. Once you have 10,000 hours, you become a pro. Work at it. Don't think it's just going to come to you. Don't just sit by the phone waiting for something. Don't think your looks are going to get you anywhere. It takes work. It takes hours, and you can make that fun too. The journey is amazing. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So what is success for you? Like, what is the definition of success?
For me, would be having a job you love. Having a job you absolutely love and you can't wait to do. Having a relationship where you both are extremely supportive of each other and love each other. It doesn't mean it has to be perfect and you're happy all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, 5 tips, Bayou, 5 tips
okay,
segment.
so what's 5 tips that you can give to your audience members here today?
On building their career.
On building your career.
Your action steps that you talked about.
Yeah.
Stick with it. Take risks. If you're not willing to take risks, you know, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but the people who you look up to, the people who I look up to have taken massive risks. Some have paid off, some haven't, but they weren't afraid to take those risks.
Right.
Take the risk. Take calculated risks. Read books. Read books.
Good.
That's very important. If there's a subject or there's a career you want to read about the people who have already done it.
That's right.
You know?
That's why we're here.
Yes, it's so important. And don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Don't be afraid.
No.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So guys, I think we had the real Wonder Woman here today.
So cute.
It's true. And I thank you so much for being here. You've inspired me, and I know you're going to inspire everyone out there. You're an incredible woman, so keep going.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, Kerri, thank you for keep changing the world, keep doing what you're doing.
That's
Guys,
right.
thank you for watching The Dream State. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tell us what you want to see in the next episodes, who you want to see, what you want to learn. Thank you so much.
Bye.